Deep in the humid heart of the South American rainforest, a massive python glided silently through the dense undergrowth. Its scales shimmered faintly in the scattered sunlight that pierced through the thick canopy above. The serpent moved with quiet confidence, its muscles rippling under its patterned skin as it searched for prey. The jungle around it pulsed with life, the cries of unseen birds, the rustling of lizards darting through leaves, and the constant hum of insects filling the air. But hidden beneath the forest floor, there was something far more dangerous than any creature the python had faced before, a vast colony of bullet ants. These ants were tiny but terrifying. Known for delivering one of the most painful stings in the world, their venom caused burning agony that could last for hours. They guarded their nest fiercely, attacking anything that dared to disturb their underground fortress. The python, unaware of the danger beneath, slid closer to a fallen log where the colony had made its home. Its movement caused the soil to tremble, and within seconds, the bullet ants sensed an intruder. The forest floor suddenly erupted with activity. Thousands of black ants poured from their nest like a living tide, their jaws snapping, their stingers ready to strike. The python paused, sensing something unusual. Then, before it could retreat, the swarm covered its body. The serpent twisted violently, striking at the ground in panic. The ants bit and stung with relentless fury, crawling between the scales and attacking the soft skin underneath. The pain was unimaginable, even for a creature used to surviving the harshness of the jungle. The python thrashed across the forest floor, crushing hundreds of ants under its powerful coils, but the rest clung stubbornly to its body. The sound of its scales scraping against bark and the hiss of its breath echoed through the trees. The jungle fell silent as the struggle unfolded. Monkeys froze in the branches, and birds stopped singing, sensing the intensity of the moment. The mighty python, a predator feared by most animals, was now at the mercy of countless insects no larger than a fingernail. Desperate to escape, the snake flung itself toward the nearest riverbank. With a powerful push, it plunged into the shallow, muddy water. The ants, still gripping tightly, began to drown as the python rolled and thrashed beneath the surface. Slowly, the water washed them away, leaving the great reptile trembling and exhausted. The once smooth scales were now scarred and blistered from the venomous stings. Steam rose faintly from the snake's body as it lay half submerged, its breathing slow and ragged. For a long time, it didn't move. The burning pain spread through its body, forcing it into a state of near paralysis. The venom wasn't deadly to such a large animal, but the pain weakened it to the point of helplessness. The jungle, which had paused to witness the battle, seemed to resume its rhythm again. The ants, having driven off the invader, returned to their nest, carrying away the bodies of their fallen defenders. Their colony thrummed with victory, a reminder of their unity and power. Hours later, as dusk settled and the forest glowed in shades of orange and gold, the python began to stir again. It slowly lifted its head from the mud, its body still aching but alive. The sting marks were a painful lesson written across its skin, a warning from nature itself. Even the strongest must respect the smallest, for strength is not always measured by size or muscle but by courage, numbers, and the will to defend. The snake moved away from the water, dragging its heavy body deeper into the shadows where the forest was cooler and safer. It avoided the buzzing and humming patches of ground, remembering too well what hid beneath. The jungle around it seemed unchanged, but the python carried the memory of its defeat like a scar on its spirit. In a place where life and death danced so closely together, this battle would never be forgotten. The story of that encounter, the giant python against the bullet ants, became another whisper in the endless song of the rainforest. It was proof that power is never absolute. Sometimes, the smallest warriors hold the mightiest lessons. And as night fell over the wild, the sound of the jungle returned, steady, eternal, and full of stories that would never cease to amaze those who listened.